Welcome to What the Trump. I wanted to start this one off with looking at a picture of my father. My father is, as you can tell, not white in quotations, start quotations and quotations, but my father was born and raised in Kentucky from parents who were born and raised in Kentucky, who both look Anglo-Saxon, the typical white American skin. But my grandfather had slightly darker skin, but my father looked very dark skinned. Some said he was Mexican, some said he was Indian, but I wonder how ICE today how they would treat him. You know how they would treat him? They'd see him on the streets and they'd probably tackle him to the ground. They'd probably, hey, you're not American. Let me see your papers. It really bugs me what's going on with what ICE is doing because my dad and he's passed away now, was an American citizen born and raised here in the United States, in Kentucky, of all places. Raised his family in Texas, of all places. Yet I guarantee you, if he was where ICE was doing a raid, they would detain him for hours and hours and hours. I'd also watch something with you guys for the first time. I've watched it. It was just brought to my attention earlier that this was something that was out there, which is DHS, Department of Homeland Security, using Pokemon and the song of Pokemon, Gotta Catch 'em All, as a video for themselves. My God, I'm waiting to see the outrage I have for this. I've seen very little of it, just pieces of it, but I wanted to watch it with y'all. Y'all watch it with me as y'all are listening to this when you do. So let me share the screen here and bring this up because it's just a sad piece of, I just know it's going to be, I'm literally about to cry because I grew up watching Pokemon and so did my son, and this is just horrific. It's sad. It's using propaganda that it's using shows that children watch to teach them that this is okay. People in zip ties just because their skin is not the same color as ours. It's sad. It's depraved. It's against all our forefathers were going for when this country was built. And those officers should be ashamed of themselves. Whoever made this video should be ashamed of themselves. I guarantee you, who made this video did not watch Pokemon as a young kid because they probably couldn't. Because, oh my God, Pokemon is not from America. No, it was not made here. No, it was made overseas. It was made in Japan. It's my son would not only be appalled, but he would be ashamed that his country made something like this. He, like I, would want to move as far away from this as we possibly could. My son looks a lot like my dad. He got my color skin, which I look like a ghost. I'm as white as I can be. But I'm so many different nationalities into one. I mean, the first time I did my DNA heritage test, ancestry test, I had over almost 20,000 different DNA results. People could be my relatives from across the world. My dad is my father, but yet he's darker because of his father and his ancestors. The color of the skin does not make the man. The color of the skin does not make the person. The color of the skin does not make the soul or the person you're going to be when you grow up. It's the community and the family and your heart that make who you are. I almost, pull a pull a rich person move or millionaire move and get enough people together to buy an island to move the hell away from here and only allow liberals. If Trump wants to make America great again and make it all about who he wants it to be, then why can't get enough people together to buy an island to move all the fuck away from it as close to the Bahamas as we can? If he wants to do something, so why can't I? It's, excuse my language, fucking ridiculous. The fact that he was voted into office second term. And let's talk about this. Yes, he's transparent in office, but on the campaign trail, he lied about everything he was going to do, pretty much. And the things he didn't lie about, and you voted for him because of the things he didn't lie about, were the things he's doing now, which are depravity and completely against the Constitution of our United States of America. It's if you're blind, and I know I cannot make everybody think like me, and everybody out there listening to me, if you do like listening to me, you probably think along the same lines as I do. That's why you listen to me. You're my friends, or you come across my podcast and you just like listening to some redneck white girl, bitch about how the economy and the government is right now, or you have see some truth in what I'm saying and me from Texas hates being in Texas. Made a few jokes about the fact that our governor can't stand up because he's in a wheelchair. I'm not proud of those. I cannot make everybody see how I see or believe in what I believe in. I'm not trying to do that at all. But I feel like I have a moral compass, and it's not just wrong or right or just the Constitution or whatever. It's a moral compass of how you treat people. And if they want to be Christian, let them be Christian. That's fine. If they want to preach Christianity, I'm not Christian, But I still believe love thy neighbor, love everybody as you would love yourself, help the poor, help the hungry, help those who can't help themselves. Don't keep helping the people who have the money to help themselves. Don't keep giving money to them. They can already help themselves. Help the ones who can't, whether it be education, whether it be food, whether it be monetarily, however it is that they need help that will really help them. Do it. Do unto others as you would, do unto others as you would want done unto you. It says that foremost and utmost in the Bible. Do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. And if you can't see it being done to you, don't do it to anybody else. Hands down, moral code, how everybody should look at it. And that's me. That's not whether you look at things like I do or not. That should just be everybody's moral code. Because if you would not have it done to yourself, why would you do it to somebody else? Only answer is you're a hypocrite. I need to be put in my place. Let somebody put me in my place. If I don't see it right then and it's brought to my attention and I finally realize it, I will be humble and I will apologize. There's been many times where I've been put in my place, one by my grandmother. When I was being a spoiled, rotten little bitch, according to her, which I humbly take those words with utmost respect. And the moment she said it to me, because I was going and treating my mom like crap because I was acting richer than I should have or whatever, trying to get Tommy Hilfiger jeans and things like that growing up for school, just to be popular in school. And I was treating my mother bad, who had been taking care of me and worked her ass off for me. To my grandmother putting that in my face, and from then on out, that was no longer me, and it will no longer be me. I have not been the best person in my entire life, and I'm not trying to preach to anybody. I'm not a saint or an angel, and I've surrounded myself with some amazing people. And it's not people who make me feel better about myself. It's people who will call me for what it is, tell me how I'm acting if I'm acting wrong. But I guarantee you, I've surrounded myself with the people who make me not want to do that, who make me want to be the best I can be. They make me want to praise them for their good days. I surround myself with people who are as humble as I want to be. They show me the road to being the best me I can be by being the best them they can be. That's why I love my Lonnie, my Bonnie. That's why I love Latrice. That's why I love my friend Tracy and many and my friend Tiffany. All of my friends keep me humble and make sure that I stay in where I'm supposed to be because they are amazing and I surrounded myself with good people. Trump has surrounded himself with people who are yes men, people who are not going to hold him accountable for what he's doing and who he is. They're just he's surrounding himself with people who are going to make him feel great about what he's doing, not feel bad or whatever, not hold him accountable for what he's doing wrong. So I'll leave you with this note, which I know I haven't talked very long, and I wish this podcast would be a little longer. But think about your parents. Think about how they were. Think about what they wanted. Think about who they surrounded themselves with. Think about their parents and their parents, your grandparents, your great grandparents. Who's Trump's grandparents? Who's Trump's great grandparents? We know who his niece is. I've seen Mary Trump several times, and she does podcasts too. Here's Mary Trump. She's a psychologist, a clinical psychologist, and she's also the niece of Donald Trump. She's an American psychologist and a writer and a member of the Trump family. She has been critical of her uncle, U.S. President Donald Trump. Her 2020 book about him and his family, Too Much and Never Enough, sold nearly 1 million copies. I suggest you look her up, read all about it. And also, for my last podcast, if anybody's really curious about moving to Canada, you want to get out of America or at least have a plan B, hit me up. Also, please like and subscribe so I can get some viewers out there. It helps me get more viewers and so I can get my message out there. And also, the last thing I'm going to leave you with, October 18th is No King's Day. Please do not buy for any, actually just look No King's Day up. Just Google No King's Day or Safari No King's Day, whatever browser you use, because it's very important. It's the day we're going to stand against the tyranny of what's going on in America. And my very last note, and you guys know what this note is. You're amazing. Thank you for always being amazing. Don't let anybody ever tell you you're not amazing because you are the most amazing you that you can be every day. I promise you. And don't you ever forget that. And thank you so much for listening to What the Trump. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, morning, reality. Have a great one.